Before I will ask you why you've not started a YouTube channel, and then you come and tell me it's because you don't have ring light, because you don't have tripod, because you don't have phone stand. You start mentioning all and all for me. But if you are watching me right now with your phone, oh yeah, congratulations, because you have like 70% of what you need to get started. So join me as I explain more. Hello people, welcome back to my channel. This is Ify's Insights. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, thank you. So let's dive in. So on today's video, I'll be breaking out like the real beginners toolkit for content creation, like most especially YouTube. My focus is on YouTube, right? Yes, you actually do not want to miss point 5 and 7. So the number one toolkit you need to get started is your phone. Yes, you see that phone you're using to watch me right now, Abby? You will now say, before you will now say the camera is not clear and this one is not clear, this one and that one is a small phone, I'm waiting for an iPhone, I'm waiting for a bigger Android. My brother, my sister, calm down, calm down. See, if you know you can take picture with that phone and post on Facebook, you can do a small video, a reel, you post it on your Facebook, post it on your TikTok, omo, you are good to get started. And I'm telling you this for real, you actually do not need an iPhone. Like, I've been making content in last year and I actually do not even have an iPhone yet, right? So later, it's not like maybe we don't want the best and best of cameras and all that, but the point is that you have to get started so that your hustle can pay, so you'll be able to afford even much more, right? Before you make an excuse, if your phone can even see me, like you can see me, you can hear me like making this video, you are good to get ready. Okay, now let me give you a hint. If you want to get started like making video for YouTube, it's best to use like your back camera. Okay, some of us also do use our front camera, but it's best to use your back camera. But however, where you feel like you want to film and then you want to be seeing yourself, you can also make use of your front camera. That's if it has very, like currently now I'm basically using my front camera to film this video, because there's nobody to direct me and all that, so I want to be seeing myself as I am talking. But then if you are using a back camera, you can also place a mirror like in front of you, like after the camera the next thing should be a mirror, so that way you can easily like see what you are doing and be sure that you are not off camera, because so you won't end up making a video and at the end of the day you discover that the video did not even capture maybe your face, or the thing just cut off your mouth and all that. Now, it's not like I want you to make low quality videos, no. The point is I actually want you to get started. I'll tell you for a fact, I started my first channel with a smaller phone, and to be frank with you, the quality of the video wasn't as good as what I have now, right? Now it's not like this my video quality is the best, you understand? I want much more, but then I can't be stagnant. Like, no, here in this current age and time, your phone should not just become a liability. Your phone should become much more. Your phone should become an asset. Your phone should not just be about making phone calls, taking those pictures, you post them, people will like and comment, and then that's just it. No, my phone must make money for me. Like, I just want you to make that declaration. My phone must make money for me. Number two is decent lighting. Now this decent lighting actually works in two ways. The first one I want to talk about is you using natural light. Now for that, my first channel, what I basically used to do was I was using natural light. Like, it's not like I don't even have ring light though, but the whole like stress of setting it up, doing this and that one, waiting for electricity. And I'm in Nigeria, like the electricity supply in Nigeria is very low. Like, NEPA can just whatever, they can just, the electricity distribution company can just decide to surprise you, whereas you need to make that video right away, right? So most times what I usually do is, for that my first channel, I use natural light, just open the door, the window, and then make my video, or even come outside like when people have already gone out and everywhere is quiet, so I'll just make my video. So another way people do it, they can actually stay in their room, just open the door, open the window, and then just use like a white curtain, to put on the window. This actually works. Then number two, if you can afford ring light, is fine. But if you cannot afford ring light, I'll also so you can make use of LED bulbs. The LED bulbs, their lighting like is very bright. Like currently I'm not using ring light. What I'm actually using is a LED bulb, and then I'll see if I can just put an image of it here. See, even if you are using the best and best of phones, it's important to consider lighting, be it in the form of natural or artificial light, because bad lighting can even make like the best video quality to become dull and all that. So you actually have to consider lighting, like it's important. One other thing like I've come to discover is that this lighting has a way of working with background, you understand. So if you really don't want to do anything serious and then you want your lighting to come out, like personally for me, I prefer using a white background, just as you can see. So it has a way of making the lighting to reflect better. However, you can still start with your background. Remember, our point is to actually get started. But 3 toolkit is your audio. Now wait, before you come and crucify me and say I said it. Yes, I know you said it. Microphone, right? Good and fine. Now what if I tell you I'm actually making this video without a microphone? And it's actually not that I don't have. I actually have, but I discovered that that one, when I bought it, I ordered it from online, and then when it came, it wasn't compatible with my phone. Like it actually worked on some other phones, but my phone in particular, it wasn't working on my phone. So I have to continue making use of what I have, which is what I basically use my phone camera. So the only thing I do is I make sure that I make my video in a quiet environment. So that's why I can't make my video when maybe children are running up and down, like in a noisy environment. So I try to minimize noise as much as possible so that my audience can also hear me clearly. Because what's the point of them being able to see you and then without being able to hear you? Like they'll just click off. Next one is editing software. See, we're not trying to make a Nollywood or a Hollywood movie here, right? Good. So your editing should just be basic, right? So you don't need to come and start doing too much of everything and all that. However, it's important to know that if you want, it's important to limit your editing, like, and this can only happen when you are prepared for your video, you understand, so that you make lesser mistakes, so that you will not have to cut out and then join so many. So as much as possible, try to like rehearse or practice or have a script. Having a script actually helps, because this will minimize the errors you will make there, by even limiting your editing time. Now for the editing softwares I basically use InShot. Sometimes I actually use CapCut, but I don't know. InShot is like my first love. Like that was actually what I started with before I migrated to CapCut. CapCut actually have some good features, just that right now they've monetized almost all the free features that we used to have. So basically I'm going to be recommending InShot, number one. Two, you can make use of CapCut to also edit your videos. Then there's this other one, this is it Quicot? So I'm going to put in the name here. Like it's limited to just these three, right? There are so many of them. Like we have Filmora, we have Vico. There are so many of them. So if you go to Play Store, you can see so many of them, right? And then you can make use of your choice. However, what I mentioned to you is like the most common is like InShot and CapCut. It's important to know that as much as you are making videos, right, you also need to like design your thumbnail, right? Now for this thumbnail, some people make use of InShot to design their thumbnail, CapCut. Personally for me, I make use of Canva. Like Canva is like the perfect tool for me, because when you get to Canva, if you just type on YouTube thumbnail, it will just bring out the size of what you want. So basically just for you to edit it, maybe add your picture, change the text and all that. Number 5, which is like the most important of them all, like the OG, like the baba of them all, is what? Consistency. Yes, if you like, have the best phone, have the best camera, have the best mic, have the best lightning, my brother, my sister. As much as you're acquiring all these things, please also make sure you do what? You adopt consistency and planning. Now let me start with planning. So planning basically is just about you like brainstorming your ideas and then planning ahead of time. Like, you shouldn't set your camera, before thinking of what to say. No, at least you plan ahead, plan like 4 to 5 topics ahead. Now, to planning for ideas is not even something that's supposed to hard. It's not even something that is supposed to be hard. Like, scroll on your YouTube, look for people that are doing what you intend doing or what you're already doing. Watch their videos. By the time you watch like 5 or 6 of their videos, you should be having an idea of what you actually want. If you don't even want to go that route, the easiest way, which is what I even do, is using ChatGPT. Just go to ChatGPT and you type, okay, I'm a content creator in the YouTube growth niche. I need 10 content ideas. I want them to be evergreen topic. My audience are actually students, stay at home moms and all that. Give it like, don't just give it a blank prompt like give me 5 content idea. I'm in the YouTube growth niche. No, make sure you add other things that will make the idea unique to you so that it can also capture your audience and also your pinpoint, and then it will come out with different ideas. Like, if you even actually want to make, like, what I actually do, like, if I want to create, like, because most times I love batch filming, right? So if I want to create like 5 or 6 videos, I go ahead to ask it for like 15 or 10 titles. You understand? That way I get to choose the one I love the most. So you actually have to learn how to plan your content ahead of time. Then I also mentioned consistency. You see, the YouTube algorithm, if there's anything it loves, is what? Consistency. If you actually want YouTube to push your video, if you want to grow faster on this platform, you have to adopt consistency. Now, by consistency, I don't mean you posting every day. No, that is not what I said, and that is not what I am saying. Consistency basically has to do with you being consistent in the way you post your videos. Like, if you know you want to be making your post every Monday by 6 p.m., please stick to that. Don't come and post Monday by 2 a.m. and then all of a sudden you are posting on Wednesday by 4 p.m. and then you are posting on Saturday by 10 p.m. Like, you are confusing the algorithm, right? But just be consistent, and actually you being consistent it even works in your favor, right? It's actually not easy, but try to stick to a plan, and then if it doesn't work, you can easily like change. Your audience should also know when to expect you, right? Like, imagine that you always make videos like on Monday by 6 p.m. Your audience already know this, so most times when they come on Mondays, by that time what they are looking for is like your content, like, okay, what's the new update? But imagine that you just go now on Wednesday, you come and load and upload like around 2 p.m. You are just scattering your audience and all that. So you have to stick to a particular time and a particular day. As a beginner content creator coming onto YouTube, right? Most people will be like, post once a week and all that. Like, I actually started off posting once a week, right? But then with the things I've learned, I will tell you that it's best you start posting like 2 to 3 times a week. That way the algorithm will push your video faster. You understand? Because when you post once a week, like you just post on Monday, all of a sudden you go back and then till next Monday, the algorithm will push your video, but not as fast as someone posting 2 or 3 times a week. So I would say you should increase the number of times you post in a week. Try to be posting like 2 or 3 times a week. Do this for 1 month and actually see what will happen to your channel. Like, there's no way you consistently post like 2 to 3 times a week for like a month to 3 months that your channel will not pick up. Like, there is no way. Next is what? Internet. See, as much as possible, I will advise you look for what? A cheaper bundle, because come on, you are just starting up and then the hustle has not started paying, and then you're not even seeing the hustle paying off like in 6 months, in 5 to 6 months time, right? So this is more like an investment. So I would say, and when you're trying to make an investment, it's important for you to do what? Lower cost. cost. Now if it means you subscribing even to a night bundle, like personally for me, what I prefer doing most times is, I subscribe for like a night bundle. Like here in Nigeria you can get like 500 MB for 75 naira, you understand, and then you have the liberty to subscribe like up to 4 times. That's I can get 2 gig for 300 naira. That's for night bundle. And then what I basically do is I schedule my videos, you understand. I post it, but I don't post it to go live immediately. No, I'll post it and schedule it, to go on like in a later date and time. Last but not the least on my list is patience. Like, you need to have lots and lots of these. You need to understand that your first 10, 20, 30 or even 50 videos are for learning, and then the point here is for you to get better as the day goes on. When you're on the streets of YouTube, you should be able to pick one or two things, from other people's videos, and then you implement it. If you are coming here to make 10 videos and then blow up, I'm telling you, I don't even know what to tell you, because the truth is you actually do not even know the number of videos you will make for you to be able to blow up. Like, that's one funny thing with YouTube. Someone might actually make 5 videos and blow up, yes, but another person, it might take the person to make like 100 and something videos to blow up. Now you don't know your own case, whether you're supposed to make 20 or 50 videos before you blow up, and you can never know just by sitting. So you actually need lots of patience. You don't have to give up. It's not after making 20 videos you'll not be like, I'm tired, I beg, this thing self is not really working, my subscribers count is not adding up, my watch hour is this and that. Like, you need lots and lots of patience, and I can tell you this for free. Basically, these are all you need for you to get started on the street of YouTube, right? You don't need to break the bank. You don't need hundreds of thousands. You don't need millions for you to get started. Most of us here, we don't even have all that. But like I said, with your phone and with all these things I mentioned, you are good to go. I can't wait to see you on the streets of YouTube. So if you found this video helpful, drop a comment. I want to know, which of these tools are you still waiting for you to get started? And then most importantly, I want to know, when are you making your first video? Tell me. I'm down there in the comment section. I'll be reading your comment. Please start with what you have, okay? As day goes by, you'll continue to upgrade, have the tools you so dreamt of and all that. So we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.